If you've ever looked at your bank account and thought, where did all my money go? Then this video is for you. I grew up in a frugal household, became a qualified accountant, and am obsessed with mastering money. These aren't just tips, they're habits that have truly changed my life. And tip number 18.5, that's the one that makes all the others work. And although majority are practical things that you can actually do to save money, my overarching philosophy is that anything to do with money is actually more psychological than anything else. And so it's not what you can do with the money, but it's how comfortable it is for you to have it. So I don't view wealth as having a really nice house, a sports car, or a bunch of other fancy things, but rather as money set aside in case I need it. That's the mindset that motivates me to save money and not to spend it. Because money isn't just numbers, it's a mindset. Tip number 1, when you're not quite sure about buying something and you can't really decide, do I really want it? Do I really love it? And yes, I'm also talking about that little pastry staring at you in the grocery store. Ask yourself this question. If someone were to come up to you right now and tell you you could have this thing for free, or you could get the exact same amount of money and cash that thing cost, which one would you take? If you could take the cash, then it's very likely that you don't actually want that item. Number 2, I don't really care about appearing wealthy. In other words, status. And this is just the kind of way I've always been. I buy for peace of mind. I'm not going to buy a fancy watch or a shirt just to show other people that I can afford it. If it's a nice thing that I genuinely like, then I might buy it, but only if it's not going to change my lifestyle or make me worried about money in the future. But I won't buy it just to prove that I can, and this mindset has saved me thousands. Another thing I do in my money mind is have just enough on hand. So I keep just enough in my checking account to cover all my debit orders for the month, and then I put the rest in a high yield savings account or stocks or index funds and just forget about it. I don't even think of this as my money. What money? I shouldn't even be talking about this. That way, I'm not able to spend an excessive amount immediately, and I still behave as if this is the only amount that I am able to spend. I generally just make sure that it's enough to cover about a month's expenses, but I don't get too exact about it. If you have been enjoying this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Number 4, if you're going to buy new clothes or new shoes, just wait until the end of the season. Buying clothes off season, you're going to be able to get way better quality clothes for way less. The benefit of this, and I know there's a bit of hesitation because who wants to buy warm clothes when it is summertime outside? But I guarantee you, you're going to be excited twice. The time you bought them and you got a great deal, and the beginning of the new season when you get to wear all of your new clothes. Number 5, don't overcook. And I don't mean don't overcook the food, I just mean don't overcook the amount of food that you would reasonably eat, including the leftovers. A lot of times we get great intentions about meal prepping for the week, but reality is we're not going to want to eat exactly the same thing for 5 days straight. So be realistic. I've learned to prep for 2 to 3 days, or I do freezer meal preps instead. That way I don't waste food or money. Number 6, cut bad habits. We all have them, and for me it's definitely a sweet treat out. For others it's vaping or retail therapy, and although these habits feel small, they can add up to large chunks of money, which is keeping you away from the goals that you want to reach. Number 7 is to find a hobby, a frugal one. And I say this because shopping as a hobby is just a bad habit. Now YouTube videos and training at the gym with Adam are my hobbies, and it's turned out really well. And I get to reinforce my money knowledge and share it with the rest of the world. But find something that fills your time and your soul, that you can really enjoy spending your time so that you don't have to spend it scrolling through your phone or going out shopping. Number 8, not only should you go to the grocery store on a full stomach so that you don't buy things that your hangry self might want, but you should also try go alone, so that things don't sneak themselves into the cart. You can have more time to look at prices, and you can compare to other stores. You're more relaxed, you can get in and out on time, and only get things off your list. Once I got charged for the same item twice, and I only realized because I checked in the parking lot. Tip number 9, check your receipts before you leave or you complete that online order. Mistakes happen, shops accidentally overcharge, and by the time you get home and check your receipts, it's too much effort to go back and query something or return something. Okay, this one is underrated, but use natural light. It's so much better for your eyes, your body, and especially your electricity bill. I use a small desk lamp instead of overhead lights, and I always switch lights off before I leave a room. Number 11, when you're leaving the house, always carry 2 things with you: a snack and water. My mom always did this, and now I do too. Because trust me, when you're out and you're hungry, you are not going to care about how much something costs. And you're probably going to get something that's not good for you at all. Number 12, think long term. When you're setting money aside to save it, it can be challenging because there's no reward. We do things for rewards. Well, I have a trick that really helps me to conceptualize what I'm doing for my future self. So say I put $1,000 into the stock market. Then I will work out what it will be when I'm 40 or 65 and really consider if this thing I want to buy now is worth missing out on this future amount. Like, is this takeaway worth missing out on my future freedom? Number 13 is to have one streaming service at a time. There is no law that says you can't cancel and resubscribe from a new streaming service every so often. All you do is you watch the shows in that streaming service, cancel, go to the next one. You don't need 3 or 4 at a time. And if you are, you're probably spending too much time watching TV. If you're still with me, look out for tip 18.5 because that is the mindset shift that changed everything. Number 14 is a pillar of frugal living. It's simple, but it's effective. Just don't spend money that you don't have. Even though you can buy now, pay later on things that cost a small amount, it's a trap. That seems crazy to me if you don't have the money now. A good rule of thumb is don't buy it, save up and buy it when you have the money. Number 15 is to try a smaller, more minimal wardrobe. And the key here is to think of it like this: spend twice as much, but buy twice as less. It's the same initial upfront cost, but it costs less in the long run because you're buying higher quality pieces that are going to last longer. Number 16 is to decide what your priority is and don't worry about what anyone else thinks of it. You can't have everything. If your dream is to travel, then maybe skip that daily coffee run. Decide what matters most and then align your spending with that. Number 17, be intentional with what you consume. This is big. Social media ads, marketing, news, everything is just coming into our brain. You need these 10 things now. You must try these 10 things out. You've got to check the new, latest, greatest. It's coming at us at a speed that we've never been able to recognize before. So we have to be intentional about what we give our attention to and not be drawn into every little thing. Unfollow accounts that make you feel like you need more, you don't. Number 18, invite people over. Make friends dinner instead of going out for an expensive meal and drinks. And likely they will repay their outing at their place next time. It's fun, it's frugal, and it's way less stressful than a noisy restaurant. So inviting people over is just a great way to save money and have a good experience. And my last 0.5 strategy is be like me, a pretty boring person who doesn't buy a lot of things, but just make sure to have enough money to shield myself from the big scary world out there. I'm super boring. When I see people on game shows and they ask, what would you do if you won, say, blah, blah, blah dollars? And they're like, I'm gonna buy my favorite car. I'm like, that's stupid. I know what I would do. I would just invest it all in index funds and sleep well knowing that I'm sorted. That's real wealth. So there are my proven ways to save money. I genuinely hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel because we are just getting started. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, stay money minded.